My name is Benjamin Melancon. I am a co-founder and lead developer at Agaric Design Collective. We are a Drupal shop of 4 to 6 full-time equivalents now in the Boston area, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Since Drupal and Semantic Web is a very international community now.
And you've been working on a project, you said,
yes.
Research project?
One of our major projects right now is working, it's called the Science Collaboration Framework. It is an initiative of Harvard's initiative in innovative computing and the Mass General Hospital. And its goal is to bring semantic markup and semantic linking of all the authors of scientific papers and all of their assertions about papers and comments on papers and all the ways that scientific hypotheses and claims relate to one another in scientific papers and all the authors relate to papers. So very rich semantic network of kind of scientific data that is right now barely visible to the World Wide Web as it is. So it's pretty exciting to be thrown into semantic development, and this is also putting a lot of resources towards putting semantic markup, semantic meaning, both RDFA output and what we're presenting on today, the RDF sort of mapping of concepts of Drupal content to existing well-known ontologies as well as your own custom ones. In short, there's a lot more energy because of this project and some resources going into it, and it's exciting to be able to be in this position and help bring this to Drupal and just keep going. And in that, bringing really the semantic web to the world, I feel, because what we have now is a lot of people interested, a lot of potential, but it's still too hard to actually embed your data in a structure that gives it meaning for computers, for regular people or for anyone. And so just as with there was no interactive web until blogging and commenting was built into content management systems. As long as people had to handcraft their HTML to make a web page, there was no interactive web. But once you had content management systems, the interactive web took off, and you have people starting websites where they post every day and every minute, and people comment and interact and all that stuff, and you had the interactive web. The same thing is once we bake the RDF knowledge into a content management system, and Drupal looks like we're going to be first out the gate with this with the next release, you will have tons and tons of semantic data being produced by people, varying quality, but it will be there, and that will really jumpstart the, right now we have some use cases and a lot of potential, and soon we're going to see, all the data out there and people creating tools and uses and mashups of the data like we can't believe. So yeah, it's very exciting time.
Yeah, it's exciting to see this technology, the semantic web technology, now actually becoming mature enough to be usable. And I noticed that in your presentation that it was that the RDF technology, the semantic web technology, it seems to be built very strongly now into the CMS, into the Drupal CMS.
And that's. It's not in there yet, but not in Drupal core yet.
No, not in core.
But Stefan Skorleske has built it in Contrib and also other modules that we're building off of, like the RDF API by Arno Bendekin and the Shock module by another colleague of Scores of Stefan Skorleske, and so, it's a wonderful way of mapping with auto-completion of both, and you can import any ontology, but Fof and Shock and Owl are some of the big ones. Auto-completion of those properties, add them to your, the Drupal we tend to call them fields of content. So like you have a content type which would get a class, and then you can add properties to all the elements of it. So first name, last name, your home page, your your picture, your relationship to other organizations, so other content on the site or other content off the site. All of this can be mapped to the best known ontologies out there, and all of a sudden, with virtually no effort on the part of the person producing the content, their content now is semantic meaning, and we can then start to play with it with other tools to bring it in.
Excellent. Thanks for talking to us here at the New York City Semantic Web
so
Meetup.
much for inviting us down to a very, very excitingly active community. It's our honor to be here, and it's great presenting and talking to you all.
Well, hope to see you again.